Have you ever stayed up refreshing your screen, hoping they'd reply? Maybe you replayed your last message 5 times just to check if you said something wrong. They were amazing at first, charming, magnetic, but now they're distant, vague, cold. And you're left wondering, why do I always end up here? If you feel like you're constantly drawn to people who don't fully show up for you, you're not alone. And it's not because you're broken. In fact, the answer might surprise you. Stay with me till the end, because understanding this could change how you love, how you connect, and how you finally find peace. Part 1. The painful pattern. It usually starts the same way. They seem confident, mysterious, a little emotionally hard to reach. That makes them exciting. It feels like a challenge. You think, if I can get this person to love me, maybe it means I'm finally worthy. But slowly, reality sets in. They cancel plans last minute. They say they're just bad at texting. They give you just enough to keep you holding on, but never enough to feel secure. You start overthinking. Should I have waited longer to reply? Did I come on too strong? Why do I always fall harder than they do? The truth is, this isn't just a random situation. It's a pattern, and patterns always come from somewhere. Part 2. The root. Familiar doesn't mean safe. Let's go back for a moment. Not to blame anyone, but to understand. If you grew up with love that was inconsistent, if the people you needed were sometimes present, sometimes distant, you may have learned a quiet lesson. Love is something you earn. Love is unpredictable. You must work hard to keep people close. As a child, you couldn't name it. You just felt it. Maybe your caregiver was overwhelmed, emotionally unavailable, or dealing with their own pain. They were there, but not really. That emotional hunger, you carried it forward. And now, as an adult, when someone feels distant, it feels like home. Unconsciously, you're trying to fix the past by succeeding in the present. If I can make this person love me, maybe I'll finally feel whole. This isn't neediness, it's grief. Part 3. Why it feels so intense. There's also a science behind why this pull feels like addiction. When someone is emotionally inconsistent, attentive one day, cold the next, your brain enters what psychologists call intermittent reinforcement. It's the same dynamic used in slot machines. You don't win every time, but just often enough to keep trying. Every compliment, every kiss, every small moment of connection becomes a jackpot. And the rest, you explain it away. They're just busy. They've been hurt before. I can fix this if I try harder. But the tension you feel, it's not love. It's anxiety. Your nervous system is on high alert, searching for signals that you're safe, but never really finding them. Part 4. The emotional toll. This dynamic takes a heavy toll on your self-esteem. You start to feel like maybe you expect too much, like you're too much or too emotional. But let me say this clearly. You're not asking for too much. You're asking the wrong person. When love becomes a guessing game, it stops feeling safe. And when it stops feeling safe, it becomes survival. You monitor your tone, your messages, your availability, just to avoid being left. You lose sleep, you lose joy, you lose parts of yourself, and the worst part? You blame yourself for their distance. Part 5. Looking in the mirror. It's easy to point the finger outward. They were selfish. They ghosted. They didn't care. And that might be true. But healing begins when we also look inward, with gentleness, not judgment. Ask yourself, why do I keep picking people who can't give me what I need? What am I avoiding by chasing someone emotionally distant? Sometimes the real fear isn't that someone won't love us. It's that they will, and we won't know how to accept it. Because love without chaos feels unfamiliar. Because true intimacy requires vulnerability. And that can feel terrifying if you've never felt safe being fully seen. Part 6. Healing the pattern. Healing doesn't begin with finding someone new. It begins with becoming someone new to yourself. It means learning to sit with discomfort instead of fixing it. To stay instead of chase. To feel instead of numb. Start small. Set a boundary. Take longer to reply to someone who drains you. Write down what love feels like so you can recognize it when it's real. And remember, you don't have to earn love. You already deserve it simply because you exist. This is deep, quiet work, but it's worth it. Because real love, healthy, calm, mutual love, starts with you. Part 7. Choosing what's different. Here's something important. Healthy love might feel boring at first. There are no games, no drama, no extreme highs and crushing lows, just presence, consistency, honesty. At first, your nervous system might not trust it. You may feel restless. You may miss the highs of your old pattern. But give it time. Let safety become your new normal. Because peace is not the absence of love. It's the foundation of it. And one day, you'll look back and wonder why you ever begged for crumbs when you were always worthy of a feast. A gentle step forward. If this video touched something inside you, let it be a turning point. You don't need to figure it all out today. But maybe today, you take one small step. Say no to someone who only shows up when it's convenient. Say yes to a quiet night with yourself. Write the love letter you've been waiting to receive from someone else to yourself. And if you feel alone, know this. You're not. Many of us are learning to choose differently. To choose ourselves. If you feel safe, share your story in the comments. Not for advice, just to be seen. Let's build a space for real conversations. You're not too sensitive. You're not too needy. You're just finally learning what real love feels like. And it begins with you.